Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Huge weekend of official visits for Tennessee. Did they do enough? I think a narrative that's kind of been out there the last couple of months, even we can go back to last year, the class of 2024. A lot of people say this coaching staff can't close. I think maybe they're going to have the opportunity to prove some people wrong over the coming weeks into July, into August, because I think they are going to close. But it was a big weekend. Got the list pulled up here of guys that were in town and on campus taking their official visits. Douglas Utu, a four-star offensive lineman, you can see just outside the top 50 overall. We're going to get into him in just a second. Travis Smith was in town. I think Tennessee's done a great job there with his recruitment. A lot of comparisons to Mike Matthews, right? You're trying to go into the state of Georgia and get Travis Smith away from the Bulldogs. I think Tennessee has done a good job there. What about Shady Hayward, a guy that's been riding the visit high? He's going to South Carolina. He's going to Florida, calling everybody the leader. But did Tennessee swing that momentum back coming off of his official visit? A lot of guys in town, a lot of guys on campus. Onus Conan Banny is a guy that we're going to talk about in just a second. But I think there are some guys that are trending to Tennessee. When I say trending, I think we're about to see some commitments firing off as soon as today. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. But as always, you guys know the deal. I need you to do that YouTube stuff for me. Just hit the thumbs up just below the video. It does help the channel, and I would appreciate it. Also, if you're new, if this is your first time on the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts here. We're not insiders. We're not media. We're not reporters. We're not journalists. We don't pretend to be any of that stuff. Look, we don't break news here. What we do is we talk about the news. We speculate on rumors. We do what fans do. That's what this channel is, for the fans, by the fans. If you like it, make sure you subscribe and click that bell for notifications so you don't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. I'll be live Tuesday night playing NCAA 14 revamped as we count down to the release of EA Sports College Football 25. We've got an official Talkin VAWLS Dynasty on the PS5. You want to be a part of it? There is a link to Patreon. You're going to be able to play against myself, Coach Jay, Coach Rice, Dauber. Going to be a good time. The link is in the description. Go join that Patreon Tuesday night at 6:30. We're going to be auctioning off some team selections, so don't miss it. Get in where you fit in. Come hang out with us, and we talk all things Tennessee football. But let's get back to talking all things ball football recruiting, and that is this. Douglas Utu received the Fong Bomb, the prediction from Steve Wiltfong to end up, for Douglas Utu to end up at Tennessee. Now, he's a four-star offensive lineman, 6'4", 315 pounds, out of Bishop Gorman High School in Las Vegas. A lot of competition up there. Great school, great program, and I think Douglas Utu has the potential to be a great player. Again, he's just outside the top 50. His rankings are very interesting. On3 industry rankings, 53rd best player in the country. You go to Rivals and ESPN, they both have him as a 5-star, but On3 themselves have him just inside the top 300. So it'll be interesting to see where his rankings kind of shake out, but he's a guy that I think is going to move the needle. Now, yesterday, during the baseball game, right before we went live, it came out that Douglas Utu had committed to Tennessee. Austin Price on VolQuest says he's trending to the Vols, and then 247 Sports puts out an update. They have him committed to Tennessee. So they took that down pretty quickly, but all signs indicate that Douglas Utu is about to be a Vol. And if I can read between the lines, if I can figure out that special code that Austin Price uses over at VolQuest, I think Douglas Utu is coming off the board later today. So I think we're going to see a commitment before the baseball game tonight. And Douglas Utu, rankings-wise, I think he could possibly push Tennessee up there inside the top 10. We will see. On his visit, he talked about spending time with Coach Ellerby. He talked about Coach Ellerby's development and getting Darnell Wright to the league. Darnell Wright being a top 10 draft pick, and Douglas Utu said if he can do it with Darnell Wright, I think he can do it with me. And I think if this class of 25 plays out the way I think it's going to play out, some of us are going to owe Glenn Ellerby an apology, because he's got Nick Moore. He's got Douglas Utu. He's got Anthony Aguimoro. And I think he's going to land the big 5-star offensive tackle, David Sanders. By the way, yesterday's David Sanders trolling video, go back and check that out in the comment section. Ohio State is taking over our channel, so go let them know what you think in yesterday's video and have some fun in that comment section. But again, Douglas Utu receives the prediction from Steve Wiltfong to end up at Tennessee. I think he comes off the board later today. We shall see. Another guy that was in town over the weekend that I think Tennessee had an opportunity to move the needle with, and that is Onus Conan Banny, a 4-star corner. He is comes in at 325 nationally, according to the On3 industry rankings. So again, a guy that would move the needle, pushing Tennessee towards that top 10, top 5 class that we're looking for. 6 foot, 175 pounds, out of Columbia, South Carolina. And, he's a guy that he's taken several visits to Tennessee. His official visit this weekend was actually his third trip to Knoxville in less than a month. He was here for 865 Live. He also came back shortly after that for a 7-on-7 tournament. And after that 865 Live event, that's when he called Tennessee the clear-cut leader. We felt like Tennessee was in a great spot. Then he took the visit to Florida State, and he said Florida State is now the leader. He said they made him a priority. He said, I never thought a head coach would spend that much time with me. He said, Coach Norvell never left my side. He was right there with me. Everything stood out. But Tennessee, again, backloaded the month of June. So they got that final official visit. Now, if you were following along, if you were following the storylines coming out of the weekend, Braylon Staley hanging out on a visit over the weekend with everybody else, spending time around this team. Freshman wide receiver Braylon Staley had an Instagram Live going. Apparently in the background, Onus Conanbanny committed to Tennessee on that live stream. Now, that's been taken down. That's been removed from the internet. There's no video proof of that, so is that a good sign? Because Onus Conanbanny, coming out of this visit, said he plans to drop his top 4 this week or next, and then his decision is not coming until August. So is that a silent commit? Did Tennessee do enough? You know how this works, man. Just because you're committed doesn't mean you're locked in, dialed in until you sign that dotted line on signing day. But he did commit. It was caught on tape. I saw somebody in the comment section of an earlier video said they were actually watching and saw that commitment. So that is something that took place. Don't know if he's aware of that or what if that'll change his timeline, but his plan is to commit in August. His quote coming out of this visit, the difference in this one, again, he was here 865 Live. He was here for a 7-on-7 tournament. He was here, I think, a couple of times in 2023. He also, got his offer early in 2023 from Tennessee. So been a long-time recruitment. But the difference with this visit, he was able to bring his mom with him, and that, he said, made the visit second to none. Here's a quote from 247 Sports. Conanbanny said, "It was special. From the moment I stepped in, from the moment I've seen my mom get off the flight, this week was special. I've been here a whole bunch of times, so I kind of have a feel for the place already. It was really to get my mom and let her have a feel for the place. But the surprises, everything they had set up for me on this official visit, it was second to none. It was really fun, and it was special for me." So we're talking about trending to Tennessee. Douglas Utu, I think, comes off the board today. Again, 53rd overall best player in the country. That's going to move the needle. Onus Conanbanny, 4-star corner, 325th nationally. That's going to move the needle. I think we've got another guy that's trending. I think, again, trying to read between the lines here, I think this commitment could possibly be coming tomorrow or sometime this week. So expect a commitment. That's from 3-star corner Trey Poteet, 6 foot, 170 pounds, out of Wisconsin. He is the son a former NFL player, Hank Poteet, played 9 years in the NFL. He was a 2-time All-Big East selection at Pitt, and he was a 3rd-round draft pick by the Pittsburgh Steelers. So his dad played in the NFL. His dad played defensive back. His dad now coaches the cornerbacks at Iowa State. So I think coming from a football family, a dad with NFL experience, he said it was too hard to separate, dad from coach. That's why he didn't end up at Iowa State where his dad coaches the corners. But he brought his dad with him on the official visit to Tennessee this weekend. He's called Tennessee the front runner for quite some time now, and nothing changed coming out of the weekend. He said Tennessee is still in the driver's seat. Again, decision coming soon. Austin Price on this one. In the middle of the weekend, AP rolled out the GIF. And if you're not a VolQuester, if you're not on the GQ, when he rolls out the 50-cent GIF with Brent Hubbs in the back, it's a lock. Trey Poteet is going to end up at Tennessee. So that's the news coming out of the weekend. There's still some other things. Again, did Tennessee do enough with Shady Hayward? What did they do with Travis Smith? Are they trending for Travis Smith? I think they're in a good spot. I think they've got an opportunity for both of those guys, but I think these three I mentioned in the video today, Douglas Utu, Onus Conanbanny, and Trey Poteet, are Vol locks. What do you guys think? Jump into the comment section. Let's talk about it. As always, make sure you guys do smash that thumbs up on the way out the door if you forgot to do it on entry. And go check out the Talkin VAWLS merch, man. You can rep the Talkin VAWLS brand. You can go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin VAWLS. That link is in the description below. The link to the Patreon. You want to be a part of the EA Sports College Football Dynasty, it is in the description below as well. And shout out to the members. You want to support this channel. You like the videos, the content, the live streams, whatever it is you like about Talkin VAWLS. You want to support us and what we do for the fans, by the fans, also fan-funded. Could not do this without the support of our members. You want to help out with that, think about hitting that join button. It's right beside subscribe. You can do that for just $1 a month, and I would be very grateful for that. But that is going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.